Hello Disney fans, my name is Haley. Today we are going to be answering a very popular question: what is a Disney Store key? The Disney Store keys have actually been around for 10 years, but didn't start gaining traction until 2018-2019. The Disney Store keys do nothing. They're just collectible plastic pieces that look like keys. They don't open anything. I would personally compare these to ornaments because there are keys that do have ribbons attached to them, but more recently, some of them have been in boxes or they don't have ribbons at all. I would also compare these to, if you're familiar with people collecting spoons or coins, keys kind of fall into that range too, so I think that is why they are keys and not some other like figure, other collectible piece. I think that this collection was made to target older audiences because these are not toys. In this video, I'm going to be sharing everything that I know about the Disney keys, strategies to getting them, collecting them, displaying them, and then I'll be answering your questions, just trying to help us all figure out what are these. I have 29 of these plastic key figures. I have 8 of the key pins, which are a newer item, and I also have 1 of the Disney key ornaments, so I'm very familiar with these items. As I mentioned, Disney keys have been around for 10 years. They first came out as a part of the opening ceremony for the newer, upgraded Disney stores. So whenever you were the first guest at the Disney store, you would get to help open the magic, open the store by doing this fun little ceremony, and when you were done, you got this key. This one has since been discontinued, so that's how these started. They were a gift given to whoever helped open the Disney store that day, and they do that every single day. I have personally not seen that happen. I have not experienced it. I do not have the opening ceremony key because none of the Disney stores near me or that I have been to are upgraded that do that new ceremony event. So you need to research, go on Shop Disney's website and see stores near you to see if they are one of the newer Disney stores that participates with this opening key ceremony to get the newest version of the opening ceremony key that looks like this. But because of COVID, I did hear that they were postponing those different events, so I would just call and ask to see if they're still doing it or if they still give out those keys. Now note, you have to be the first guest in line, or sometimes they will just pick a kid to do it. It really just all depends on the situation, but they only give out 1 of those per day to help open the store. As I said, I've only experienced the US releases of the keys, but there is a completely separate checklist for the UK. With that said, Disney also released their own key checklists that I can link down below. There is one for the UK and there is one for the US where you can see the keys that have come out, when they have come out, where they have come out, and also maybe a little sneak peek of some future ones to come out as well. Now this checklist is kind of hard to find. You have to search it specifically on Google, but again, I can link it down below. There is where I and many other collectors get a rough idea of how many keys are coming out this year, but the list is constantly being updated. So whenever a new key is announced, for example, this newest Winnie the Pooh key, then you can like refresh the whole checklist and then it will be added. And there was also a key pin released with this as well, which looks something like this. So Disney has been releasing these as pairs. So if you're a pin collector, if you're a key collector, if you're both, then these are really cool items to purchase. So how do I know if a new key is coming out? I go onto the Shop Disney website, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and there you can see the newest items coming out. You can also see here some of the Castle Collection items, some of the Stitch Crashes Disney items. I'll check that every single day to see if a new key may pop up or if the date will be announced. And on the website, whenever the date is announced, like this, it will have a specific time next to it. Now, if you're referring to Shop Disney US, for example, here it will say 7 a.m. That is referring to Pacific time. It will be on at that time. It will not be on any earlier. If the time is not stated, then assume that it is midnight Pacific time, so 3 a.m. Eastern time. But most of the time recently they have been stating the time. It will also state if it is a merch pass, which there has never been a merch pass for the keys, so they're really not that limited as they used to be. Originally, the Disney keys were only being released at the store, so I remember getting up very early to go to the store to wait in line to get the keys, and they would get a limited number of them. If you look at some of the original keys on eBay, they are definitely a lot more expensive because they were harder to get. They were not online. Because of COVID, they started doing them online and sometimes in the store. I think that Disney has realized how big of a moneymaker these are, how interested and invested us collectors are in these keys, that they have since been releasing many more and making them of wider quantities, therefore getting Disney more money. All makes sense, all is good, because that means they are more widely available. Whenever I go to the Disney store, there's been quite a few, and ones from like sets that have been released in previous months, so there are definitely a lot more out there. Now back to ShopDisney. They are online, and a lot of them are still online. If you're looking to pick up or start your key collection, there are still quite a few online because Disney has realized their popularity. With that said, I do not think that Disney will stop releasing these keys this year. I think they're going to be a continued release for this year. I don't see this ending soon just because they have been releasing so many in the past few months. Now, also on ShopDisney, when you're looking at those dates on the bottom of the screen, it will not state most of the time, they have not before, if the key will need a special code at checkout on that day or if the key will be for purchase. Sometimes you can figure it out, sometimes you can't, but I will post on my Instagram story trying to keep you guys updated with those things, and then also stating if there is a special code that you will need to use for the key. That has happened sometimes before, which would mean on that day stated on ShopDisney's website, after you make a certain dollar amount purchase, when you're in the checkout and you can put in a promotion code, you would put in that code stated on the ShopDisney website that day in order to receive your free key. Now, the free keys do not come in boxes. They're ones that just have the little ribbon tag around them that look like this. Those are the keys that I have received when I went to the Disney store and I had to make a purchase. The keys that you purchase by themselves often come in a box, and I believe now when you purchase a key for $13.99, they do come in this special display box from now on. The ones that you would get at the store when you make a purchase before COVID, those were the ones with the ribbon, and then the ones that you get with the promotion code as a free key release, that is the ribbon one too. I really hope I'm making sense. So to summarize this, hopefully making it a little bit easier, if you're interested in Disney keys, make sure to go follow me on Instagram because I will definitely post about it there. I'll talk about it in my most recent live streams, and if you check ShopDisney every single day, you can get that information there too. So, go to the bottom of the page, you can see all the new releases. If there is no key, then there is no key. But when one does come up, it will most of the time say coming soon, and then a few days later, maybe a few weeks later, then they will put a date. If there is a date with a time, then there you go. It tells you exactly when it's going to be coming out, and those are most likely keys that you will have to purchase, and they are not a free release. But sometimes they are, but they haven't really been doing that recently. The day that those keys come out online, they are available in your local Disney store, but I would make sure to call and ask and confirm if you're looking to get them, but because they are not the ones that you would get for free like they used to do, they're the ones that you purchase, they normally have them, and they have a good amount of them too, so you really don't need to be there like right when they open, unless they go back to doing it the original way, which I don't think they'll be doing anytime soon. Okay, that's just about all of the general info that I have figured out about these keys. Now, I did want to show you a closer look at all of my keys. I will not be showing the ornament key today. I have done a video on that, which again will be linked below. There really isn't anything different about it. It just looks like a Disney key and it's an actual ornament. I always describe these keys as ornaments because that is just the best way to do it, but the boxed keys, they're just little display pieces. I don't really know what else to say. I did want to share a closer look at the newest key that I have received from ShopDisney. This is the Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree 55-year anniversary special edition key. This is still available online though. I got this at my local store, so not really like super special limited edition, you could say, but still looks really, really nice. The boxes are pretty thin, but they do have these big display windows and often have a little piece of paper there in the back with some fun artwork to help match the key. On the back, it will say all of the same information that is included on the key tags for the ribbon keys that we have seen before. This one in particular has a lot of really cool gold foily artwork to it, and it looks very, very nice. I did want to show, though, the key itself looks really awesome. I love how they made it look like honey. Like, such an amazing detail, little cutesy touch. They are all screen printed, painted on, so some of the little details are not the nicest quality, but this key in particular does look very nice. The piece that I got looks really good. I like the little bees on it, just the classic Winnie the Pooh logo, and again, the little honey little piece at the bottom with the castle looks so very cutesy. And for the pin, these are also very consistent too. They have these backs, same shape, same size. They look like the locks that the keys would go into. This one is also special edition and retails for $12.99, so both the key and the pin are basically the same price, which I think is kind of strange, kind of odd, not gonna lie. Also on the back, you can see you can trade these pins if you would like. If you get a duplicate, there is a blind box key pack out right now. It has been coming on and off ShopDisney, and those are only available in the stores and online, not in the parks. And that goes with the rest of the key items too. These keys and these pins are not available at the Disney parks, but you can trade the pins at the Disney parks if you would like to. This key is an exact replica of the figure version we just looked at, which I think is really, really neat. How you can have the pin version, the key version. I don't know, I just like how it is an exact replica of the one that you may have. Now, to compare this key to the other ones that I have gotten, the boxes are all the same size, same texture, same thickness. They're all pretty thin boxes, but they do stack on top of each other, which is how I have been displaying these, and I really don't know what I'm going to do now. I've recently gotten the up key and, of course, this Winnie the Pooh key. I've been stacking them on this display here, but I don't think that's going to last much longer. So I'm currently trying to brainstorm, think of some sort of way to display these. I have some ideas, but they're not going to work. I think I'm going to display this one in my upcoming spring display, so I think I'm just going to be moving them around depending on what display they fit into and then add them in over here somewhere. The Valentine's Day keys, I might actually put those away with my Valentine's Day merchandise just because I really don't have much like display room for them anymore. I currently have all of my ribbon keys on my curtain rod because there really isn't that great of a place to put them. They are very thin, fragile. As I mentioned before, I could snap it so easily if I wanted to. I could snap it so easily. So I like to keep them somewhere where I know they will not break on me, and that is currently where I have them. But that is also where I have my Run Disney medals. So we are struggling with space, but I think I'm going to keep them there as long as I can. I like them hanging up because I feel like you can see them. You can see the tags really, really nicely, but space-wise, maybe not the best idea. So if you could, my recommendation would be to hang them up somewhere like that. Even getting the little 3M hooks that I've showed with my Minnie Mouse ears and displaying them that way may look really, really fancy. Very nice. I know it is hard, though, to find that kind of space for those. I really hope that Disney does release a special display for these keys. I think it would make so much more sense. It's another moneymaker for them, and since they are releasing so many keys, it would make sense to have some sort of display for them. I don't think that they will release a display for the boxed ones because these are already considered to be in their own display boxes. But as for the Valentine's Day ones, as for the ones I currently have hanging up with their tags on, I think it would be cool for them to make some sort of display rest for them. I don't think they should do individual ones. I really hope they would do some sort of case as they did with the Castle Collection pin set. I just think that would be such a good idea. Disney, I'm giving you ideas here. If not, if they don't do that in the future, I think that I might just make one. I would buy some sort of frame, some sort of little wooden pieces, and just like attach them, paint them, and then that way I can just rest each key kind of going down the frame, if that makes sense at all. So like I do have ideas, but then I come to the problem, where would I hang that up and what do I do when that display is full? So, you know, collector life. I'm good for now. I think it's working for now, but I've definitely been trying to think of something to do with them, so please subscribe to this channel down below, as in the future, someday I will probably show, share, build some sort of key display for these, because I think they look really neat, very simple pieces, and I would like to do some sort of display for them. And also, as a subscriber to this channel, you will get notifications whenever I do these community tab posts, which is where I gathered the questions for this video, so you could interact with me, chat with me, and also get a chance to be featured here in the video. I also asked fellow Disney fans over on Instagram too, so again, if you'd like to help interact, contribute to these videos, those are some ways you can do so. Let's get into the first question. How many keys are there? How many have you collected? As I said, I have collected 29 of the figure ornament-like keys. I don't know what to call them. 8 of the pin versions, but there are many more of those available too. For the US, there have been about 40-ish keys released, and I'm just referring to this post here, but it has not been updated recently. You can check the checklist to maybe see the exact thing of where and how many, and there have been different ones released also in the UK, so it's kind of hard to know exactly how many, although some of them have been the same, so we're probably getting really close to 50, but there are, I forgot to mention, cast member exclusive keys that if you worked at the Disney store, there were 3 different ones released to them that look like this. They're so cool. They're very expensive on eBay. I already looked, but they were given to cast members, and that's so awesome. And there have been about 15 of the pins released with the blind box, and then also the ones separately being released from like the original Flare Bag collection. If you were to design a key, which character or movie would you base it off of, and how would you design it? This is a very cool question. I think it would be very cool, just because of the timing right now, to see a WandaVision key. I'm just saying, I think that would be so very cool. I really personally enjoyed like the logo keys, like the Disney Plus key. I thought that was very neat. I do like how they are releasing keys for all the new movie releases. I would like to see them for the shows too. I think like a WandaVision key, like half black and white, half in color, that would look so amazing. So personally, how I would design a key, I like how they did the Winnie the Pooh one with the clear, like that little touch to make it look like honey was so cool. So I would make sure to include any little touch like that I could. For example, that WandaVision one I just mentioned, half black and white, half in color, maybe having some of it being like the hex logos and things. Like you would have so many different things going on there. So I'd almost like to see some of the keys being a little bit more busy with hidden details in them, but also with like those clear touches, like using different materials in a way to just add a little bit more to it to make them all like a little more different from each other. And characters I would like to see. I would like to see the rest of the like Fab 5 to be released. I think now all we're missing is Goofy, so I would love to see a Goofy key in the future. I'd love to do like just get the rest of them. They could do like a double set of Chip and Dale, Daisy, just for the different anniversaries. I think that would be really awesome. But personally, deep down, I would love to see Disney Park keys, and I know that this is like right now just a Disney store thing, but I would love to see Disney Park keys. Like, could you imagine like a monorail key, a churro key, like a key for Hollywood Studios, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, all the parks in like a cool frame or something? That would look so amazing. Disney, there's another idea for you. Would you want to change something about the keys? I would maybe change like how flimsy they are. Now I totally forgot. I have the metal key too. So I have 30 keys Whoopsie. I thought the metal key was really cool because, like, that's what a key is, so I would maybe like to see another one of those. The quality of them maybe just being bumped up a little bit because they are releasing so many, but then that also makes sense why the quality is a little bit less because they're producing so many of them. I'd like to see a display somewhere to put them so they don't, like, break or they don't chip, or, like, I would really just change maybe how they are packaged. I like these little boxes, but how do I display these boxes? I don't know. So maybe some sort of other idea as far as the packaging goes with them, or something to be released to help protect them, showcase them. Do you think they will come out with a Disney World 50th anniversary key? I would love that so much, but sadly I don't think they will. I really want them to do Disney Park keys, but I think they're just gonna stick this to being a Disney store thing. What is the most detailed key you have if you had to pick? I would probably say the metal key just because it is metal, but I also think that the Pluto 90th anniversary key just has a lot going on compared to the other ones. Do you think that they will make something that they can open? I think that would be really cool. I 100% agree. Like I said, something with like the display case would be cool if like that's how they opened or something, but I don't think they will because they are so thin. I'd honestly be afraid to like use it and actually like have it work. Like the thing would have to be made like of plastic or something that like it wouldn't need that much force to be able to open it to like not break it. So I would love it. I don't think they will though. Do you find that they are going overboard, that they aren't as fun to collect? Actually, no. In a way, I miss going to the Disney store to get them. That just like made a memory with it, and it was like so much fun compared to online, like trying to wake up early and like trying to get them, but like they don't sell out anyway. So like there's definitely a weird thing going on because it's like they are popular, but now Disney started making more of them, so it's like what's going on here? I don't think that they're going overboard because on Disney's end it makes complete sense as to why they're releasing so many. And I like how they're releasing more because then there is a true series to collect. Could you show them with details? Absolutely. So the last thing I wanted to for sure show in this key video, just trying to give you the most information I can, is there are some differences in the keys. There are Disney keys with the castles on them. There are Pixar ones with the Luxo ball and lamp on them. There are Star Wars ones that have the Star Wars logo, and very similar to the Marvel ones with the Marvel logo, but that one sometimes does have the little like skyscraper line. Now the original Disney keys, as you can see here with the castle, the Disney D is actually pretty thick. I think that those are like the thickest keys, if you want to say it that way. And they do have the castles on the end. So those ones are all very consistent with each other, but the ones that have the Luxo ball and lamp, the D is actually a different shape. As you can see by this comparison, the D is actually a little bit thinner at the very end of the little swooshy at the top, and it's thinner for some reason, and of course the Luxo ball and lamp, that's a lot thinner than the little castle version, so that's just something to note, is that there is a difference between those ones. And as far as the Marvel and Star Wars ones go, just the ends are different, but I really didn't see much difference with the D. I don't know what it is about the like Luxo lamp and ball mold, but that is a huge difference with them. All of the keys with ribbons do have these thin gold ribbons and these big tags on them, as all Disney items do, and for some reason, if you're looking at my display, the ink and paint key has a longer string, and I don't know why. Are you going to complete the Valentine's Day keys, and what did you do with your duplicates? So, as I mentioned, my original hope and dream was to try to get all of the keys. I think that'd be really awesome, because this is a series I got into like ish when they started, like 2018. I was like, yep, we're getting them just in case they blow up to what they are in now. So I'm glad that I did get them originally, but I am missing quite a few of them. And whenever they announced the blind box, I kind of had to rethink my thoughts with everything, because the blind boxes are very hard to complete. And you saw my dilemma with all the duplicates. I'm just going to pass along those duplicates to like friends or family that may want them, and just do a little swappy that way, but I do not think that I will be able to complete this collection. I don't think I'm gonna buy any more of them. I actually don't think they're on ShopDisney anymore, so I don't think completing all the keys and getting the complete set ever released, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Was there ever a Peter Pan key? There was not, but that would be a really good one. Why do you like collecting them? That's a really good question. I just think they're really neat because they were, like, focused towards, like, older collectors in a way. Like, I think it was one of my first collections, like, that they weren't toys. Like, it was something else. And I thought that was very unique. And something about the key design, I'm sorry, I'm looking at them right now as I get inspiration here. There's something about unlocking the magic that really, like, goes through my head all the time. Like, the thought of unlocking the magic and, like, being the key holder, you could say, like, helping to, I think of Disney World, helping to open the gates to the magic to everyone to just have a good day. Like, there's something about the key, the idea of unlocking the magic, getting to explore something, maybe a door you've never opened before with this key that lets you see something completely new. There's something with that design, that idea, that I just think is very interesting. What measures do you have to go to collect these keys? Because I know how limited they are. Now, originally, it was the getting up at midnight and waiting for them to come online, or it was going to the Disney store bright and early, trying to be one of the first few in line because they'd only get like 30 of them originally, 40 of them, sometimes like 90 of them, 100 of them. It would really depend, but we didn't know until we were there how many they actually had, so you had to be there right when they opened just to be safe. So that was the lengths that I've been to for the keys specifically, but they're actually, I truly don't think they're as limited anymore as they used to be, unless they start doing the go to the store to get them again, wait in line craziness. So actually the lengths to go to get these maybe aren't as bad as they were before. Do you think that they will come out with a Big Hero 6 key? That would be another great one. Like, there's so many movies they could do them for. I really hope that they go back and do movies like that and not just the newer movies. And our last question, how long do you think this collection will go on for? I definitely see it at least going through the end of 2021, just because they released so many the past few months of 2020 that, like, I don't know why they would stop now, because people have been getting them, but because some of the ones have been sitting on ShopDisney for a while, I don't know if, like, a red flag came up of being like, are these not what we thought on Disney's end, but I don't know. Like, I have no inside information whatsoever. I do a lot of research. I check ShopDisney every single day, and this is just what I've figured out. So I could see it going on for a few more years. I mean, it's already been going on for 10, whenever the first one ever came out was 10 years ago for the opening ceremony, but in 2018, that's when they first started doing the releases like this. So it's been a few years already. It didn't really start picking up till recently, so I don't see why they would stop now. So I would assume, I mean, at least like 2 years, I would think. I mean, they have to, like, die out in some way or truly, like, lose interest, which I don't think they have yet. So that's Disney Keys. That's what we know. That is what is happening here. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope that it was informative. It really helped me to try to figure this out. I think we did figure it out. I hope that explains what they are, because in a way they don't do anything, so it's a really hard thing to explain. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Friday, WandaVision day. I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow here at 2 p.m. Eastern time. If you'd like to join me, chat, we can talk about more keys and things. I would love to chat with all of you, so I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember to do what you love and do what makes you happy, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!